Hey, what's up? What's going on, everybody? Hey, just wanted to hop on here really quick, kind of cover a few things and really just answer some questions about anything that you may have. The chat is open, so you can definitely go there, and I'm just here to answer questions. Don't have a lot to really cover. I've actually went over some stuff over the past weekend. Hold on one second. Let me mute out this audio real quick. All right. Let me close that one out too. So again, I don't have anything. I just felt like just hopping on. If you have any questions about anything, just kind of give you a little heads up. So what I've been working on, actually, I think it was yesterday. I actually added one of our new trainings inside the back office of CMP Content Marketing Pros. One of the questions I get all the time is how do I make all these VSL videos and stuff like that. So I finally, for the first time, actually made a training on that. I've never done a training on how I make these VSL videos, so I got a chance to do that over the weekend, and I think it turned out really well. So everybody should get some pretty good value from that. But this call isn't really just for me; it's actually for you. If you got questions about marketing, you got questions about um, in terms of how to generate leads, on how to do anything related to you marketing online, getting leads, getting sales, mindset related, or really anything. So this is a good form. That's why it's really just ask me anything, and I'll be able to give you some insight on that as well. So, matter of fact, let me move a few things around here on my computer so I can see all any questions that come through. But but I did get a chance to do that. That was actually yesterday. This week I'm going to be working on, which is actually pretty fun because I'm actually going to be covering how I do a lot of my videos and stuff in regards of going live with the presentation and all that, and in terms of the setup, the camera, the microphone. Not saying that you got to have all this because you don't, but I'm just going to be able to show you what's available and what's possible because nowadays you can really create some pretty cool videos just by going live straight from your house, with all the cameras and the microphones and just equipment and software and all that stuff that's available. It's pretty much a no-brainer now. I mean, but of course you still kind of got to know how to use it, and so that's in my next module in CMP. That's what I'm covering. So I'm going to show you how I do all this stuff, and how to go live, how to be professional, how to sound professional, how to really set yourself apart from your typical Zoom that you may see, which are fine, right? And but I'll show you how to do some pretty cool stuff with Zoom that I've kind of done a few times. Nothing, and again, a lot of the stuff that I do, especially when it comes to presenting, isn't really techie. I'm just privy to a lot of information, and I'm just privy to a lot of people that really do things at a higher level, and they're not really techie because technology is just making things so much simpler. Um, it's not getting it's not getting harder, it's getting easier. Just so you know, it's not getting harder, it's getting easier. Um, I mean, just having a phone nowadays with the cameras and everything, it's pretty amazing on what you can do with your phones nowadays with just editing video. Matter of fact, they actually downloaded. I downloaded this app. It's called the. Let me pull it up here. Let me see if I can find it here. Oh, here it is. It's the Final Cut camera app. And hold on, let me pause this. It started playing. This app, this camera app that they came out, Final Cut. Of course, I use Final Cut Pro for pretty much all my editing that I do in terms of video editing and stuff. I've been using it for like forever. I don't know, maybe at this point, I've been using Final Cut now since 2008, 2009. I don't know how many years that is. I don't know, 13 years, 14 years, something like that. But they came out with a camera app that I think is way better than the native camera app that's on your iPhone. Um, it's really really cool. I mean, I know you can kind of see a little bit there, but and of course that's not giving any justice. But there's a lot of cool features here, and it's pretty intuitive. Um, so now when I'm taking video, if I'm shooting any kind of video that I'm going to use for whatever, I got a really good camera app now. I mean, I'm like really impressed with it. That's just a little side note, something that I downloaded because I know, and I think it came out like maybe a month ago, maybe a couple months ago, possibly. But and I heard about it, but I didn't download it. But I downloaded it, I think about a month ago now, and I've actually used it for a few projects as well. And it's just smooth. It's just butter, and I think it was free. I think it's free. I think it's so if you have an iPhone, you can download it. I'm sure there's some other offers and stuff like on Android as well. I have an Android device, and there's some pretty cool apps on there as well. But I definitely do like that Final Cut, camera app that they got. They just released. So it's pretty cool. Pretty cool here. Any questions? Any questions? I'm just talking. This session is for you guys. I'm just gonna hang out just for a little bit. A lot's happening in the news. Yeah, and it kind of brings me to some things that I might even be doing. I've been thinking about this for quite some time, and I've got several YouTube channels. Hold on. What we got one question here. Hold on one second. Let me come back to that really quick. And again, this is Ask Me Anything, so the floor is open. And I'll let me put a pin in that because I want to come back and share that. I know what I'm going to talk about, so I'm just writing it down so I don't forget. Okay, Matthew says, "Are you still active with Manara?" Oh, you talking about with eConomy's Manara app. I mean, I think I actually talked to the owner of that company a couple weeks back, and I mean, we're friends and everything, but I'm not really a trader. I got involved, which I'm still actually active with that, mainly just to help build the sales force here in the U.S. I know they're really big overseas. I mean, like real big overseas, Latin America, Europe. They're doing some big things. I think they just got, well, they're actually on a tour, like a European type of tour. They were in London last weekend. I don't know where they're at. I don't know where they're at now, where they're going, but I know they've got a pretty big tour going on. So to answer your question, I haven't used that app in quite some time. And I know there's other tools that are very similar to that. But from my experience, I thought it was exceptional. I'm just not a trader. But I think if you are a trader, with Forex and all that stuff, if that's your thing, I think it's a good, I think it's a good, platform that you can use that can help you with trading. And I'm not even really trying to plug it, but, and again, I'm really outside looking in, but from what I've seen a lot of people that have used it, and I've kind of played around with it and used it some, and had some successes, had some failures here, just like with any app, just like with any application or whatever. But I'm just not. I think it was like last year. I was like, I'm just going to stay in my lane. My lane is mostly marketing and and stuff like that. I got some other things I'm going to actually be venturing off in. I'll talk about that maybe a little bit later, and maybe even more on an official, um, you know, situation later. But again, but yeah, I think it's yeah, Matthew. I think it's cool. I don't know if you're still active in it yourself or if you're just kind of researching or whatever. But I know they got some other stuff that they're doing as well. But I'm not for sure. All the new updates and new products and stuff that they got. But from what I remember, and just from what I kind of still see, like on like TikTok and some other platforms, they still crushing it. people are still crushing the opportunity. They're crushing the using the tools and all that stuff for those that are interested in forex trading and being a part of a community um, that it could definitely help. So hopefully that answered your question. But yeah, I think we are still active in that system, but we're not like actively promoting it or anything like that. We're just kind of just in a different niche right now. That's all. Um, so thanks for that. Thanks for that question. Um, let's see here. We've got here. Let me see if I can make these a little bit bigger. Hold on one second. Do 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 do. Okay, that should be good. Okay. Um, this is thriving. I noticed you do many different projects. How did you develop your just do it mentality? Good question. Well, I think a lot of it, I've always been very curious. So I think in business, you really got to be curious, George. We've done a lot of different projects. I think nowadays, it's pretty smart, especially if you're doing like affiliate marketing, network marketing, things of that nature. Um, I think it's smart to have other things going on, especially in this climate. I'm not saying that you need to join like 3, 4, 5 different MLM companies and promote. No, I'm not talking about that. But find different ways that you can generate multiple streams of income. When it comes to different offers and different opportunities and stuff like that, a lot of times because of YouTube and other platforms, you can create content, and that content can always talk to that audience. It was a prime example. Matthew just asked me about a particular product provided by another company that we're still active in, but we haven't really promoted in a while. But a lot of it's pretty much because probably when people are searching for that information, they see some of my videos from last year. And I still, even today, even to this day, I still get people hitting me up, asking me questions about uh, not just that product, but various things that we're still active in, things that maybe that have come and gone over the years back or whatever. Um, but a lot of it in terms of the mentality, if I see something that I like and I see value in it, and I'm like, hey, and I see value that the people I'm connected with, if I think that they'll see value in it too, um, and if the timing's right, everything has to be in alignment. I can't just. I mean, I get hit up with things every day, like literally. I'm not even playing. Like every day, somebody's pitching me something as well. Um, but some things we take advantage of because the timing's right. I like whatever that is, and I feel, hey, I can fit that into some things that we're doing, and it doesn't really, um, mess up some things that I'm currently working on, or intrude on those other activities, and we'll do it. Um, so a lot of it is just you kind of have to do that yourself. Um, if I see something, I take advantage of it. If it's something that I like and something that I see value in and something that I think that people that I'm connected with will see value in, and I see an opportunity to where it could be a great marriage, whatever that may be, and then we'll move on. Some things we kind of do where I'm like, okay, I'm going all in on this. This is going to be one of my primary, if not my primary offer. And I'm just going to go all in on it. Some things I may do kind of like a side hustle, just like on the side. I'm not really making a whole lot of videos about it. I'm not really talking to a lot of people. I may send out an email or something like that or whatever, or kind of talk about it in a training or something like that. So it just all depends on what it is and really what my intention is. Some things I have a very clear intention of, yeah, I want to scale this thing and take it to a whole nother level. Some things I'm like, yeah, that's cool, that's great. I can use that. Let me get that. And if anybody ever asks me about something that's related to this, I've got something that I can offer them. But a lot of it it's really up to you in terms of finding what's best for you. And I've kind of gotten pretty good at saying no. Because I used to say yes to everything, and it just I almost died. I mean, it just in terms of just my stress level, it's too much. But now I just kind of look at things and and sometimes when people hit me up and I'm like I'm not interested, I know maybe it's a little little sometimes it's hard to tell people no, and it's just so easy to say yes. But again, now I'm just so um, I just like to wait, and I just like to if I look at something, if it makes sense to me, I'll take advantage of it. If not, I'll just pass. But a good question. Hopefully that answers. Um, let's see here. Milton, what's up, man? I thought IAS was going live today. I did too. No. They said last week, was it last week? What's today? Well, it had to be last week. Today's Monday. I think it was last Monday. Um, that well, I think even before that, I didn't really get on the calls really that much all last week and even the week prior to that. Um, they said that they were going to launch on the 15th, and they've completely done a complete change of pretty much everything. Just new way of new. I mean, everything seems good. I'm actually on the call right now on my tablet currently right now. I was listening earlier before I got on, but I would say with anything that they're sharing, because I think everybody can get plugged in on all the live calls because I'm a part of the LP 300. And so Chris has been going live every day for the past 3 months or so. But they're just constantly, him and Jeff are just constantly trying to make an official program something that can last a long time. So they just keep making changes. And so that means whatever they've done, they got to go back and change this and this, that, and the other thing, and it just takes a long time to do all that. So I'm telling everybody, so whatever they're sharing now, I know Chris just mentioned some stuff earlier. So August 1st is going to be the new official whatever. I'm not going to make this an IAS, call for those that don't know. It's just, IAS stands for Internet Income System. It's another training platform that allows people to learn how to train. Learn how to market effectively online. Pretty much hosted by Chris Record, the legendary Chris Record, and so they've got some major new updates coming that supposedly should be launching on August 1st. Should have been launching today, but they've made some changes. So this is what I'll tell anybody watching that's a part of that community. Whatever that's being shared now, I would just wait. I don't even know all the details because every time we learn something new and this is how it's going to go, then that changes. And then that goes for a week or two and then that changes. Make sense? So now I'm just taking everything with a grain of salt until they launch. So when they're like, hey, because they're going to be doing a super Zoom on the 1st. So this is the first time they've given a date for a particular Zoom launch. So that's supposed to be August 1st, quote unquote. So again, don't take it, I'm just a messenger. But I'm not going to really try to learn, well, how does the comp plan work and how does this work? And well, how does that work? Okay, that's great. But what about, I don't know. I'm just going to wait until it goes live. Because when it goes live, that way I'll know everything is solid. This is how it's going to be. Everything is solid. Let's run from that point on. So once they're like, okay, and we're on that live Zoom and they go over, okay, everything is in alignment from what they've been talking about over the last couple of weeks, because today's the 15th, they're talking about August 1st. So once August 1st, that's when I'll kind of be like, okay, all right, boom, that's the confirmation. We're live. They kind of been talking about how it's going to work, boom, and we just kind of go from there. So don't ask me a lot of questions because honestly, I really don't know. I've got an idea because they've kind of shared some stuff even on the calls and all that, but I'm just going to wait until the 1st of August. In the meantime, I've got CMP and other things that we're working on, and we're just going to kind of go from there. So hopefully that answers your question a little bit. It's unfortunate, but I think they're trying to do some pretty cool stuff. So I'm just going to let them work on it. And in the meantime, I'm just going to work on some things that we're working on. Thanks for very good question, actually, though. Eldon, what's up? When will you be building the new IS funnel for quick funnels? I'm waiting for that funnel. I sign on to the subscription. I'm not making anything in IS till they go live, until everything is solidified, because it'll change. I'm not touching anything. I've already done like 2 funnels, 2 videos during this whole 3-month period that Jeff reached out, wanted me to make. All that stuff is, you're not going to use it. Why? Because they've made total changes. So I'm not making anything. I think they're doing something. I'm just going, hey, knock yourself out. I'm just, do what you do. I'm not going to do anything with ClickFunnels until they're live. Because what happened, I can do something and then come first, it's totally different. And then like I got to go right back and make all these other changes, videos, stuff on the funnel and all that stuff. So I'm not making anything until then. So once things go live and everything is official and the dust settles, because I might even wait until the dust settles, because with Jeff and Chris, they can go live and a week later, hey guys, you know what? This is what we were thinking. We thought that we would be able to do this, whatever that is, and then it'll change a week later, right after the launch. So it might be a minute once the dust settles and everything is official and everything, the road is made. They paved it. They got the paint, lines going down the middle of the street. The side rails on, traffic is going. Okay, then I'll make it, if that makes sense. But I'm not touching anything related to internet income system until everything is live and solid. It makes sense. They're going to have some things for people to use and all that. So we'll just wait to see what they have available, from that point on. So hopefully that makes sense. Good question. Let's see. Let me see. Thriving says, 100%. I have a tendency to throw caution out the window when you have such a great network of people providing opportunity for you. I really appreciate the answer. Due diligence is important. Absolutely. Just do your due diligence and see if it's right for you. I mean, everything isn't right for you. A lot of times, I used to get caught up in the hype of everything. Oh man, everybody's doing that, man. Let me get that. Everybody's doing this one. Let me get on that. That was me back in the day. I've kind of, I'll look at things and I see things that maybe a lot of people are doing. A lot of people that I know that are big networkers, big, influencers or marketers or whatever you want to call them. That may do something and they'll hit me up and I'm like, okay, it sounds pretty cool. But for whatever reason, it just doesn't seem like there's anything that I want to do. Sometimes it's the right time and sometimes it isn't. Some things I see that, it's not really for me. And then sometimes I see things, you know what? I like that, everybody's doing it, but you know what? I like that. I like that myself, regardless if everybody else is doing it or not. So it's kind of, and sometimes I've missed opportunities. Sometimes I have, sometimes I missed out on a lot of money that I could have made, but I just didn't, some things I just don't feel like I really want to do. Because it's not really about the opportunity. When you learn how to market, which is a lot of stuff that we teach inside of CMP and even in IS and other platforms, you got to create content around it. And really one thing that hey guys, let me tell you something. One thing that I'm really tired of is starting over. That's kind of been the theme, not only for myself, but even for a lot of people. Just because of the climate that we're in terms of marketing, things come and go. Things are hot, then they're not. It's just how it is. And so now I'm just really cautious on really what I want to do. And so I haven't really joined a lot of things over the past, since about September. I think the only thing that I've joined, there's been some affiliate stuff that I've done, obviously, but in terms of like, this is going to be my main thing, really it's really at this point in terms of like promoting an opportunity, like an opportunity offer. Like I've got all these different streams, but this is probably my main opportunity offer. Like if I want to promote and share something for other people to make money with, this is going to be my main one. And for me, that's really been internet income system since about late September. That's really the only thing that I really promoted as an opportunity. Um, Outside of what I've been doing with my own platform called Content Marketing Pros with CMP, um, which is kind of similar, but mostly about how I create content. I'm sure a lot of you have seen a lot of the videos and emails and stuff like that. If you haven't, just check out my YouTube channel. You'll see what CMP is all about. It's basically my um, love letter to my network into the industry on how I create videos, sales funnels, graphics, how I do all this cool content stuff using AI and all this stuff is really just coming from my perspective. Okay. This is how I do these videos. This is how I do these presentations. This is how I use AI. And for those that get value out of it, they benefit from it. So I feel you on that. You just got to do your due diligence and find what's right for you, and just kind of go from there. But I know a lot of us a lot lately nowadays it's been a lot of starting over, and I'm just kind of burnt out on it. I'm just a little jaded with a lot of the flavor of the month stuff. Um, Sometimes it's good. Sometimes it may be worth it. Most of the time it isn't. Sometimes it's worth it. Most of the time it isn't. Just from what I've kind of learned over the years. So, see, Milton says, okay, gotcha. Eldon says, okay, understand. Yeah, Eldon, yeah. So, got stuff coming, but man, they they got a lot going on. and to Chris and Jeff, excellent, I guess owner, and Chris is more of the training role, but he has a lot of influence in IIS, and they just really want to make something that could be a legacy play and not a flavor of the month type of thing. But it's been a long time, so eventually they'll get it all together, and I'm sure when they do, I think we'll all benefit from it. So I'm just kind of giving them that grace to finish whatever they need to finish, and once all that's done, then we'll get back on the horse and do some things with it. CMP is a good value and opportunity. Absolutely, it is. So we just got to go live. People just ready to sell something. We haven't sold any. Nobody news come into CMP. Well, hold on. You talking about? Well, we're talking about IIS. Well, yeah, CMP, absolutely. CMP, my thing. You got all these different things. CMP is good value and a good opportunity, absolutely. So, and kind of speak on that. We created Content Marketing Pros last summer, early summer. It was around late spring, early summer of 2023, and I kind of told this story before in a few other different videos, but it was great, because to kind of give you the genesis of that, and I'll answer some more questions for those that maybe have some. This may give you some time to ask some more questions. But I actually created a course in the spring, mid spring of 2023 called Content Creator Bootcamp. Just showing people how to make content and stuff like that. And we had a lot of people that enrolled, but one of the questions that kept coming up was, is there an affiliate for this? And at that time we didn't have it set up like an affiliate program. It was just, I got some training. You'll get access to a back office, and boom, and you can take advantage of the information. And they had a group and all that stuff. But that kept coming up, and it wasn't that we didn't want to do it. But there's another layer of code and setting things up to do that, to handle affiliates, right? It's a whole different guess. It makes your platform totally different. So through request after request after request, So me and my wife started working on it, and which came up with Content Marketing Pros. So what we did initially, um, those trainings that were a part of Content Creator Bootcamp, we moved them over into the CMP platform. Um, and so that's where the first part of where was designer, um, creator, and influencer. A lot of those videos in that platform, you'll see the branding of Content Creator Bootcamp, even though it's inside of Content Marketing Pros, which is fine, because all the information is still relevant. And so when I added the new level in CMP, the pro level, um, all that content is, from July. And so I still got about 4 more modules to finish out. I think I've added about 5 modules, I think, in the pro level so far, that are done. I want to say 5. I think it's 5. And so I got 4 more modules to complete, which I plan to get that done here. I'll have them all done, this month for sure. If not by sometime next week, probably at the latest. But that's pretty much the genesis of CMP. And so what happened between 2023 and now? Well, when we launched CMP, we had people signing up and everything, but I had a couple other things that I needed to take care of, and I had a couple projects that came on our desk, and that we chose to do, and so we kind of put it on the back burner a little bit, and we were like, hey, well, we'll finish it out, and we'll do some new stuff with it later on. Even though it was completed, we had the 3 levels, had all the training in there, but I had a bigger vision for it to do more. But we started working on some other things, and then eventually internet income system came into play, and I get this call from Jeff Long, and he was telling me everything they were going to be doing with IIS, and I was like, oh, Chris Reck is going to be a part of it. I'm like, wow, that's pretty huge. And so the rest is history. So we just kind of decided to focus on that, and then once they kind of fast forward through the fall, through the winter, through the first part of this year and everything, and because of the new version, the new updates that they're putting in play, and that they've kind of closed the cart down now for about almost 3 months. It just gave us the opportunity to go ahead and set CMP up how we really wanted to set it up. So that's pretty much how it all began. Just because we just had time, because we haven't been able to really promote anything with IIS, and so that's the reason why we decided to go ahead and finish up everything with CMP. So yes, it is a great opportunity, and I'm glad that we've got it. And I got some other cool stuff, like this week I'm going to be working on how I do all these webinar and equipment and everything that's associated with it. And one of the most profitable skills that you'll learn is the skill of presenting. Once you learn that, and how do you learn it? You learn it by doing it. That's how you learn. First time I presented anything in front of some people, man, that was a weird night. This was years ago. This was even before all this internet stuff. It was so funny. It was, I barely remember it because it was so long ago. I don't want to give my age here, but I was part of a network marketing program. I'll tell you guys, a company called ACN. This is in the late 90s. And I'm just a young whippersnapper and just super excited about, the ability to make money from home. What? First time I saw them little diagrams on the whiteboard or whatever, I'm like, you can make $1 million telling people about this stuff. What? I was sold. And I kind of just, but I was green, super green, right? Green is this shirt I got on. But what was funny though, we were somewhere and had some little regional small event at a hotel or something, and they asked the people to come up and give some testimonials and stuff. So I wasn't really presenting. I was just giving a testimonial, and I screwed that thing up. I don't know. I just getting in front and talking and sharing something. And then even shortly after that, first time I presented, it was terrible. It's terrible. But I kept doing it, and I got better at it. And then you do another program or another opportunity over the years, and then and you're always at the trainings and the meetings. This is even before all the social media stuff. So I got pretty good at it in terms I got comfortable at it. And then of course when I started doing videos, late 2012, I wasn't really. It's a different dynamic, but I wasn't afraid of doing it, but I wasn't really good at it either. I don't think I was, but what I did, the feedback that I did get in a lot of my first videos from way back was, I was very authentic. So that's pretty cool. So a lot of people like the authenticity in a lot of my videos. So you can definitely do it. So you can do the same thing. You just got to just create content. A matter of fact, if you see this hat says cream, I was like, you know what, if you Wu-Tang Clan fan, the original Cash rules everything around me, right? I'm like, no, it could be that, but I got content rewards every active marketer. It does. If you're creating content consistently and get better at creating content, it can definitely reward you. So content rewards every active marketer. Can develop some cream, right? And you can do some incredible things with it. So just interesting. Just a trip down memory lane. Any other questions? So let me know if you have any other questions. I definitely want to share. I want to share this here. I'm going to be adding some different things to this particular channel. I might talk about it a little bit later on, but there's a lot going on, just different things in the world. And a lot of things that you can share, that you can leverage for exposure for whatever it is that you're offering. We have a lot of different, niches or niches. I like saying niche. We have a lot of different niches. Niches are in the riches are in the niches, of what they say, right? So a lot of us want to do a lot of different things, and I'll do something a little bit later officially, but you may start seeing some different things on this channel. Nothing crazy or anything like that, but I just kind of want to start changing up. I see a lot of things I definitely would love to talk about. Trending things in the news, trending things in technology, trending things in marketing, trending things in Hollywood. I'm a big movie fan. Matter of fact, we actually have a project that we're going to be working on probably later this year. We kind of dipped and dabbed in it a little bit earlier this year. Just a channel where we're just talking about movies and stuff like that or whatever. So these are just different things that I love to talk about. And so I may be throwing some different things on this channel in a mix with some other stuff, but more on that a little bit later. Let me see here. Content rewards every active market. Hey, cream. I should have put the music on here, but if y'all remember the Wu-Tang Clan song from back in the day. Let me see. Thrive said that's awesome. Always open to new content. Absolutely. So, but I will say, if you're not a part of CMP, definitely be a part of CMP. I've got got 4 different levels, and this really not just, I didn't really make this for that, but just for those that aren't aware, I do have a platform that can help you to make better content, to really help you level up your content. And it's coming from my perspective, because I'm always tinkering around with new methods and new strategies and new tools and resources. And so when I was adding, or I was laying out the new level for the pro level, just go to the link in the YouTube description on this video and you'll see it. I'm not going to go into a lot of the details. You can make money here with CMP as well. You can make up to $1,000. Um, you can make 250, 500, or $1,000 with the levels that we have here. But the I didn't want to fall in the the issue that we did um, with Content Creator Bootcamp. Everybody wanted an affiliate program. Like people would join and were like, "Hey, is there an affiliate with this?" You know, so that's the reason why CMP is an affiliate program. So we still got there's a lot of content back there, guys. A lot of content back there. And again, when you go to the link in the YouTube description, you'll see the page. There is a free version which is called the designer level. I'm just really just covering graphic design, mostly using Canva and some Chat GPT prompts. Good stuff though. At the creator level, you'll start learning which is $300 on that one, but you earn $250 for every person you refer. But you'll get access to how to make some really cool videos with your phone, and edit videos with your phone. So if all you got is your phone nowadays, like if that's all you got, you don't really have a tablet, you don't really have a computer, a laptop, but you got your iPhone, you got your Android, that's what you got, you're good. Just watch that. Just get that training, because I'm gonna show you how to do a lot of cool stuff just using your phone. And then of course, we have the influencer level. This is why I'm really taking you down and showing you how I create a lot of cool funnels and all that cool stuff, which is pretty cool. So you'll see all that. That one's $600, but you earn $500 anytime you refer somebody there, and also qualifies you automatically to earn at the creator level as well. And then of course we have the new one. Pretty much everybody's joined in the last couple weeks. Have all come in at the pro level. Pro level is like $700 right now, because the normal price is $12, but there's a promotion going on right now for $700. It's normally $1,200, $1,000 for the product, $200 for the admin. So it's like $1,200, but right now you can get it for like $7. That's going to end, by the way. So just it's not going to last forever. And I don't even know if the designer is going to last forever, because that's a limited time as well. So they both might be ending, once we get all the content added. I got 4 more modules to add, a couple other things to do as well. But once I get those 4 additional modules added into the pro level, then we'll end the promotion and everything. So, which makes sense. The reason why everybody's coming in at pro, because they'll be able to get access to everything, and they're qualified to earn commissions on all levels. So it's going to be pretty cool. So that's kind of what's been happening inside the CMP world here. Let me come back here. Let's see here what we got. Here, let me move a few things around on my end here. Kind of off topic question, bro. Yeah, background, is that virtual or is it built into the wall? I'm working on my background, getting ready to turn up the video content creation. Brother Hammonds, what's up, sir? Yes, this is a there's a tool. Matter of fact, let me pull it up, because I can show you better than I can tell you. And I'll just put it in, because I people ask me all the time. So hold on, give me 1 second. Yeah, I saw this. I know it's pretty cool. And the reason why I did this, because when I moved my office around, because my office is kind of like an office / theater, because didn't I say I'm a big movie guy? So I got my screen TV, big screen TV right here, and I got my theater chairs right behind here. So me and Lacey will come here and watch movies and stuff. Got the stereo sound system and all that stuff and everything. So it's pretty cool. So when I changed the angle of my camera, because it used to go this way. It used to point at my bookshelf. It just had this big old white wall back here, which is really a big long closet in this room. Right. So I was like, I need something other than this big old blank wall here. Hold on, let me see. I'm pulling it up and I'm gonna show you. I'll just put it in the chat. Actually, I'll just put it in the chat. Hold on. Let me drop my Amazon link in here. Okay, and then I'll kind of explain a little bit. Actually, hold on. I'm actually on the wrong computer here. Let me send it to my other computer. 1 second. But yeah, but when I did it, when I saw it, I was like, I don't know, maybe it may work. It may not be long enough. And but after we got it all set up, it worked perfectly. It worked perfectly. Give me 1 second. Let me pull it up. There it is. So I'm gonna drop it in the chat here. It's called the Govee curtain lights. Here we go. Well, if I can pull it up here, seems like it's not allowing me to copy and paste it. There we go. There you go. So if you check the chat, you'll see it. So let me kind of explain how that works. Basically, it's really just a wall, and I actually got a certain video that I got to make. That's actually going to be a video, part of the video when I do the next module, because it's all about just how to really set your environment up for like presentations and stuff like that. And everybody's environment is different, so it's not saying that you got to set it up like this or whatever. This is just how I set up mine here, and it changes from year to year or whatever. But they make a lot of different lights. You see people with lights on the walls and all that kind of stuff, but this is a curtain light, so it's really just strings of light, LEDs. Okay. That box is like, it comes with like 5 feet wide, so I had to get 3 of them to fit that whole wall, and they all sync together. And you got different things that you can do. I'll kind of give you an idea for those that are watching. Y'all want to see it? Let me know if you want to see it. I can change up things on it. I can change the graphics. Like that's just one graphic. Let me change all 3 here. I got to do them one at a time. So I can change it to like this waterfall type thing. On this one, let me do all of them. And I'll do that one. Okay. And I'll do this last one. Okay. All right. See that? So now this one, these are voice activated. So when I stop talking, they stop moving. See that? So these are all voice activated, but they got all kinds. It's not just, they're all not just voice activated. A lot of them are just, all kinds of stuff. You got you've seen a lot. I'm not going to get into, because I'll be here all day playing around with this stuff. But but if I go back to what's another one? Maybe I do this one. Testing. Okay, yeah, it's changing. See, they just got a lot of different ones, a lot of different things that it's about like 100 different designs, and you can even make your own design as well, which is pretty cool. So yeah, just go. You'll see the link. I dropped it in the chat, and it's called Govee curtain lights, and so they're pretty cool. I like them. I've had them now for about 2 months. Pretty cool stuff. It'll definitely help, especially if you need to like cover like a big old wall, or even if you just got to cover a small section, because they're only, I think, in a box. It comes in a box. It's only like 5 feet something wide, like 6 something tall, something like that. Okay, so I needed 3 though, because one wouldn't fit that wall. I needed like 3 of them, so I had to get like 3 boxes to fit that entire wall. And it worked perfectly. So I'm satisfied. I'm glad I bought them. Glad I got them because it was perfect. I was looking for something. I was going to put some pictures there. I was going to figure out something because that's what I was going to do at first was put some pictures. But after I saw those and I was like, you know what? I think I'm going to get those. So I ordered those off Amazon. It worked out perfectly. Good question. Good question. Let's see here. I'm not a big fan on the me on camera, but when I am, I want it to be nice. Most people aren't. I mean, the great thing is, even at CMP, I go over a lot of faceless strategies, a lot of faceless tools that you can use. I mean, AI is just making it even easier now. There really isn't any more excuses for those that aren't, for whatever reason. Maybe it's because of their job, whatever the excuse is, whatever the reason. I don't want to say excuse, whatever the reason is. Technology has definitely made it easy for people to still make some quality content, and just how things are on social media now. There's a lot of faceless channels out there. Faceless typically would take a little bit longer for you to really get those results because remember, it's faceless. You're building a brand new brand, and really to have a lot of success, you got to build that know, like, and trust with people when it comes to that brand. So it may take a little bit longer because you're not sharing you, and people can see you, get a chance to know you, know, like, and trust you, and you can kind of do that faster if someone's speaking to you and you're communicating and talking. Makes sense. So you kind of move a little bit faster. But with that said, people are still doing it and are having a lot of success. And I think just my own personal, I think it's still good to do some personal stuff, because when you're going through the sales processes of different things, and you've generated leads, you've generated some sales because of the content that you've made, transitioning to faceless is just easy because you already kind of understand that path. You understand what it's going to take to get that lead, to get that sale, because you've done it with your own brand. Now you're doing it with a faceless brand, and you can kind of see things from a different perspective versus someone brand new, never done anything before, and then attempting to do it all faceless. It's just going to be their experience is going to be a little bit different. And sometimes it may be a little bit challenging, and frustrating, because they don't have those things, though they don't have those experiences to lean on. Make sense? So I always say, I think it's better, in my opinion, to really, hey, I'm not saying that you got to go all out, but I think it's good to maybe start making some videos, doing some different things, even if it's just a short video. Videos don't have to be like this. It could be a short video. I mean, you see the videos that people put out nowadays. I mean, we all know that those aren't professionally made videos. They're just shooting videos and just ranting in their phone. You can do the same thing. Just kind of like what I'm doing here, just one big long rant. But I'm answering questions at the same time. So, but yeah, but with that said, I think faceless content will continue to get more and more popular as the year goes, and especially in 2025. And I think a lot of that is, what's going to drive that is AI. Artificial intelligence is going to drive that. Like I went over in last week's, in the pro level, I went over some training. There's different tools that you can learn that I show you how to use. You don't have to learn it; you just use it. Where it'll take your whole body, face, and everything, and of you, like you could just record yourself, like literally hit record, and you just read something for like 2 minutes. I went to the grocery store and I bought some eggs. When I got to the grocery store, they didn't have any eggs, so I had to buy some ham. I mean, you just read like that. Really, all the AI is doing from your webcam or camera or whatever is just is learning your mannerism, and it's actually going to clone your voice. And then it takes that information. It's crazy. Takes that information, puts it in the system, and then just makes a complete avatar of you. And then you could just type in what you want to say. I want to talk about my new whatever, and you could just whatever. And then when it comes to scripting, I use ChatGPT and other platforms to create scripts. I don't make scripts anymore. I use AI, makes all my scripts. I just fine tune it. So I have AI make my script, and then I just fine tune it, because you can't just use, because it's AI will make the script, but it's still going to be a little weird in some parts. It's going to be a little weird. So you just got to kind of fine tune it to make, but it gave you the foundation, where before I had to come up with the whole thing. That was hard, right? But I had to do, because that's just what we had to do. I mean, what else were you going to do? We didn't have all this AI stuff, 2 years ago and prior, so now we got it. Like I said at the beginning of this call, things aren't getting harder. They're getting easier. It's just getting easier. Um, a lot of those smart techie people, they listen. Some people don't want to make videos, but they want to take advantage of the, what's going on with the creator economy, right? They see what's going on in the creator economy, but they're like, man, I don't want to make videos. So they're making all these tools and this technology for that audience, so everybody can win. And who knows where we're going to be in a year. I mean, think about ChatGPT hit December. First time I heard about it was December 2022. Was it 20? Yeah, December 2022, late December 2022. Because I think it came out I think it might have been November or December, but I heard about it like right after the holidays, right after Christmas, but it was still December. And seeing where it's at now and where it is today, not only not just that particular, product, but all these other products, it's just moving so fast. There's no telling where it's going to be and what we're going to be able to do by the end of this year. Who knows what we'll be able to do by the end of 2025? Who knows? Who knows? We might not know it. We might be looking at videos online and can't tell the difference if it's a real person or an AI person. Well, they got tools, and there's tools available like that now, but we won't even know. It's just gonna be crazy. It's fun though. I'm enjoying seeing all the advancements that's going on. Let's see here. Let me go back here. For sure. Let me see. Yeah, Gobi's a good product. Yeah, I like it. I like my Gobi lights. Definitely solved a problem that I had. Landing pages connected to websites. How does that work? Two different domains. Yeah, pretty much. Like if you're gonna be using like a landing page, you're definitely gonna need a landing page system, like ClickFunnels, like Go High Level, System IO, or is it System IO? I think is how you say it. And then there's oh my god, there's a list of, I mean, there's so many of them out there. When it comes to like funnel builders. Historically, even the auto responding services like Aweber, GetResponse, MailChimp, Constant Contact, all these different, email, auto responding service providers usually will have a plan that has landing pages already tied up. I mean, already in the system. So then if you're an ABC company, whatever opportunity, and they gave you a sales page or, your link, you take that landing page link that Aweber or ClickFunnels or Go High Level or whoever is, you take that, because they're going to give you a link, a landing page link or a capture page link, right? And then you can use that. You can promote that, which would be an individual link. But when you're setting up your landing page, when you're setting it up, it'll ask you, where do you want your prospects to go after they opt in? And you just put it in the settings. I want them to go to my ABC marketing link that my company I just joined gave me. And that way, when someone lands on your landing page, when they opt in, it's going to automatically take them to your page. Hopefully that makes sense. But yes, typically it's going to be two different domain names, unless your company that you're with is providing you some resources. Most of the time, they're not going to really give you a lot of that in detail. They're just not. Most of the time, you have to do a lot of that stuff on your own. But if you're going to be marketing a lot, I definitely recommend having at least an auto responding service. because you really got to start building an email list, really community and all that as well. But it's just much easier because we're always going to be doing different things. It's just a fact. We're always going to be doing different things in the future, and it just makes your job way easier when you own your own leads in your own service. Like I've had an Aweber get response. I've had an auto responding service that I've been paying monthly on since 2012. Whether it was with Get Response or Aweber or vice versa, because I've kind of flipped and flopped different ones over the years. Sometimes I've had multiple, but I've always spent money for some type of auto responding service, which has allowed me to accumulate a list of leads from various opportunities that I've promoted over the years. So when I want to do something new and I'm pretty excited about it, one of the first things I can do is just reach out to my existing email list. Make sense? That I built. It started with 1, then I had 2, then I had 5, then I had 10, then I had 100, but I just kept going. Make sense? So, and that's why I always tell people, a lot of times people want the company to, I want to be able to, the company to do all that. I'm not a big fan of that because anything ever happens to that company, they're just going to take your leads along with you, or from you, and they control it all. So you always want to have your own separate service when you're building out your emails and stuff like that. I always have, even before we really start making any major money. I kind of saw the idea of, let me just start sending people to a capture page or whatever, and I'll just keep building a list, and it worked. It made a difference, and I've been a big fan ever since. So definitely do that, and you'll be good. I kind of went down a rabbit hole, but normally those are definitely 2 different domain names. Let me see, Brother Hammonds. I agree with you. I'm kind of deep into the in the podcasting right now. Yeah, that's huge, and I got to do more of that. This is kind of more of a video podcast, but we got to actually have a podcast for our movie review channel that we're going to be doing in the future. So big things with that. But I'm going to start I'm going to start going for the 2-for-1 video podcasting. Exactly, because when we do it, it's going to be a video podcast. I get the video version and the audio version distributed. Excellent. That's the way to do it for sure. Because you knock 2 birds out with 1 stone. Because it's just you're talking on your podcast, right? So you can take that audio file from that video and put it into the podcast, and so now you got 2 places where your content is at, and you can distribute it in different places as well. But I wouldn't. Me personally, I know people do it, but I wouldn't. Me, with our background, me and my wife's background, I wouldn't do just a podcast audio by itself. I would have to do a video podcast. Therefore, I can reach a bigger audience. Because remember, YouTube is it's the second most visited website on planet Earth. So right behind Google. So it's a lot of traffic there, and you can make a lot of money from it too. Good stuff, guys. Good questions. YouTube Shorts are thriving. Says YouTube Shorts are doing great these days. Yeah, they are. I've done some. I'm going to be doing more of it. It's it's that TikTok behavior. It can lead people into your longer content. You definitely want to have long form content as well. I just having short form, I don't think is a good long term play. I mean, there are some anomalies and some one offs and some outliers there, obviously. But I think what the short form does is people can get that dopamine hit just by going through and scrolling. Oh, that's funny. Oh, that's good stuff. Oh, but then they'll get to know you from your long form content. That's where they're going to get to know who you are, know you, like you, trust you, want to come back, want to buy from you. That's pretty much where that's going to come from in most cases. And there's been all kind of studies and stuff, case studies, and over the last year or so on that. It's a good infomercial to your longer form content. where people can really get a chance to know you more. Because remember, with in YouTube Shorts, TikTok, those kind of platforms, it's really just real quick hits. You might have some people that you keep seeing because maybe you like their content, so it's going to keep showing you some different things from those individuals as well. But you're really going to get a chance to really build that relationship with those individuals from your long form content, whether that be like on Facebook or Instagram or YouTube. Because that's typically how I'm going to be doing more of that, and I've kind of done some of that already. Where on TikTok or different platforms, I just want people to come to my YouTube channel and they can get a chance to know me more, know more about what I'm doing and how I'm doing. They'll know how I'm moving and get a chance to know me more, and maybe I can give them even more value, and just kind of go from there. So good stuff, yeah, good stuff. Let's see. Can you talk about the digital marketer wave, real marketers versus people that say they are? Well, I mean, um, good question. Very good question. I'm trying to think here. How can I respond to that? Digital marketing it's been around. I've been doing this now since 2012, full time. So we've put our kids through school, and all our kids are grown now and everything. So, we've seen it evolve, and it continues to evolve. And there are always going to be people that say they are something that maybe they aren't initially. A lot of that just comes with experience, and but I don't want to say to people that maybe have just started and they don't have any value, because you really don't know what their background was prior to doing a lot of this stuff. Some people come with a lot of education prior to turning the camera on, and but for the most part, I think it is one of the biggest one of the yeah I mean probably one of the biggest careers that people want to do now is being making money on the internet, being an influencer, being a digital marketer, selling digital products and stuff like that. That is one of the highest paid jobs, if you call it a job, out there today. I think it was an article just in Forbes. Let's see if I can find it. I think they just kind of talked about this. That what we do is one of the highest paid positions out here in America, and probably not just in America, but probably the world. Let me see. I think it was in Forbes. Digital marketing. I think I saw something. It might have been Forbes or one of those other. Let's see here. Let me see. Forbes announced the digital marketing highest paying. Okay, I'm gonna show you guys this. Forbes announces digital marketing its highest paying job of 2024. Let me see, 24 prior generated 220K in 41 days. So it just talks about that whole thing. This is on some other website, but I didn't go to Forbes, but I did see it in the search. But yeah, that was on February earlier this year. So it's going to continue to grow. It's going to continue to get bigger, and this is the reason why. One of the main reasons why I felt like I wanted to share how I make content in terms of creating better content, because there's so much supply now. There's a lot of supply. The demand used to be higher than the supply. 2012, 2013, 2014, 15, 2016, I started seeing some changes. 17, 18, 19, I could tell it was a little bit different from how it was in 2012, 13, 14, and 15. I could tell, for those that have been around for a while that made a lot of money marketing online, you know what I'm talking about. When we first started marketing online, it guys, I hate to even say it like this, but it was easy. All you had to do was literally just make some YouTube videos and some videos on Facebook. I mean, it's really all you really had to do, because really at that time it was really what Facebook and YouTube. I used to call it face tubing. I coined a name for it. Like I would make, because I don't know if you guys remember back in the day, there was a time on Facebook where you couldn't upload video. Facebook wasn't all about video at the time. 2012. I think that changed late 2012, early 2013 when they added that feature where you can actually upload a video to Facebook. So I would make videos on YouTube, value related videos about, how to market, things that I was doing in a particular opportunity, how to get started in that opportunity, 10 steps of training to get, I was giving a lot of value, and I would go on Facebook and I would promote that content and I would share the YouTube link. People were starving for content, for people to put together really good content that can teach them or share something for them. It still works today. Still possible to win. People are winning right now, even as we're on this live. I think it was probably a little bit easier back then. But right now there's so much supply. So what do? So much supply out here now. So many people creating content. So what do? You make better content. It's not about just making content anymore. Okay? It's about creating content for one, right? And if you're new, you'll get better at it by starting. So the biggest thing for beginners is just to start. Just get going. Don't worry about making it better. Don't worry about whatever. We in CMP, I'm gonna show you how to make better content. But even if you're, I even talk about this even in the training. Don't worry about being so, well, I don't know if any. Don't worry about that. Just make it. It may be ugly. It might be a little screwed up. Don't worry about it, because when you do it again, you're gonna learn something from that whole process, and you're gonna learn something from the next process, and then eventually you'll get better and better. And a lot of it. One thing I learned about adults, because I used to be a corporate trainer for T-Mobile, adults learn by doing. Most of them learn by doing. A lot of us have bought a lot of courses and different things, and we won't do anything with it. I talk about it even in my training. I said, hey, don't just consume it. Do it. I'm going to take you step by step by the hand, but just do it, right? And just put things into action. And you don't have to do everything. Just do things that you feel like, I can do that. Y'all know what I'm talking about. You've seen things before. You're like, I can do that. But you don't, but most people don't ever do it. They see it, I can do that, and they never do it. Because they're too much in their head trying to make it perfect. You don't want to be in your head trying to make it perfect. Just do it and screw it up, and then do it again, and then again, and then again, and then eventually you're going to really understand how to do that. And to each his own. Some people like different types of platforms. Some people like different types of methods and strategies and all that. Because there's all kind of ways of creating content online. And for me, even back then, I was like, if I'm going to do this marketing thing, if I'm going to do this, online, I see people making money. This is me back in late 2011, early 2012, when I started really learning from other people in terms of people that were really making money. I wasn't following the people. I wasn't asking the questions of, I need an opportunity so I can make money. I was asking questions of, how are you making all this money in this opportunity? And, those are the questions that I was asking. And the answers that kept coming up was, you got to make videos. People got to see you online. You can promote anything, but people join people. People buy from people. If they don't know the brand, most of the time they're not going to buy from it. In most cases, not in every case, but in most cases. So over the years, what I've kind of, even back then when I made the decision, even before I made my first video, after I saw all the results and all what other people were doing, and I seen enough proof that this method obviously is working. Obviously it works. So, and everybody keeps saying this is the best strategy. So I was like, well, if I'm going to do this, spend money, spend time, and all this stuff, I might as well do the best strategy. I don't have a lot of money for advertising and all the stuff that, back then I didn't. So I was like, hey, seems like a lot of people are just winning, just making video content. I can do that. I got a camera I can use that we've used for birthdays and vacations and stuff. So I can do this. I can make some videos. I can do that. And that's what I did. So you can definitely do it yourself. And so when it comes to, I kind of went down a rabbit hole, thriving, but a lot of it is just doing it. And then when people, you know, how do you know if someone's a real marketer or not? Really, the only way that you know is through their, when you do your research. If they got like videos going back, months, years, a decade, you'll know. Oh yeah, they're definitely a marketer. If you don't know who they are, you can't find anything about them. You saw the picture, but you can't find them on Facebook, can't find them on Instagram, you can't find them on YouTube. It's like, how are you a digital marketer? I don't even see you in the digital world, right? So that's kind of, we do live in 2024. If you want to find out about somebody, especially somebody that's in this niche, you can find out if they're actually doing anything or not. And not to say if someone isn't all out there doesn't mean that they're not making money. I mean, I've seen that before. Some people are very quiet and they're just doing things, quietly. But the main thing is really focus on you. Focus on you and what you can do. If you get some value from someone, if they're giving you value that you can use, take advantage of it. What time is it, guys? Let's see here. Okay, I thought it was later than that. Okay, cool. I'm also embracing AI heavy as well. We really must stay on top of it. It's a great tool. Brother Emmons, yes, it is. Yes, it is. And I know a lot of my training in CMP has definitely been AI driven. And the only reason is because AI is a big part of my workflow. I use it like every day, like literally every day, in some capacity, whether it's creating my YouTube descriptions or if it's a title or idea, whatever. I mean, AI is everywhere. Take advantage of it. We don't have to be good anymore. We just got to be good at using AI. Ooh, so I need to write that down. Y'all better write that down. Write that one. You ain't got to be good anymore. Just got to be good at using AI. Because AI could be good for you, but you just got to know how to utilize the tools. And that's what I've been doing a lot of. Let's see. Good stuff. This is good. This is good, guys. Brother Hammond says, I'll get off the screen. And well, I could go on and on. You and Nacy are real good people and always great combo. I've learned that over the years. Hey, Brother Hammond, absolutely. Tell your wife I said hello as well. And we definitely had a lot of great conversations over the years as well. So it's always good to hear from you, brother. Absolutely. I'm gonna be doing more of these. I got some cool stuff I got planned. So just stay tuned. It's gonna be good. Let's see. Whoa, what's that about? Have you ever sold your lead list? No. I've never sold my leads or anything like that. Because remember too, I've never really, I've done some things. I've done some, I've bought some leads. I've done some solo ads. Solo ads are where people will pay you to send their content or whether their offer to your leads. They're like solo ad providers or whatever. But I've done it. I've known some people that have done it pretty well, but they spent a lot of money with it. Eyeballs are eyeballs, but it definitely is more effective if you're spending more. If you're the more money you spend on that kind of marketing, the better. If you're doing like $20 here, $50 there, it's probably not going to be as effective. But when it comes to leads and stuff like that, it's always better when people know who you are. And how did I get mine? that I've grown over the years and continues to grow every day. Mostly just through YouTube. I have YouTube videos, and YouTube videos are kind of like evergreen. People continue to watch them, and people opt in on offers. There are people opting into different capture pages that I have linked in different YouTube descriptions for different videos over the years, and that we still get opt-ins on. I may be in that business or not. It doesn't matter. I got the opt-in. Does it mean that they'll buy something? It doesn't. It doesn't mean they'll buy anything ever. But what it does mean is that if that person opted in, they obviously saw a video of me. Obviously, they saw a video, YouTube video. Oh, okay, that's pretty cool. Let me check out more about this opportunity. Go to the YouTube description. They click the link. Capture page pops up. Okay, let me opt in. And maybe on that capture page, I'm on the capture page. Some I am, some I'm not. But how did they get there? They got here because they watched a video of me talking about something, right? So when they opted in, boom. If I ever send out an email blast and that person gets that email and opens it, they see the name. Oh, that's Steve Rachel. Goes a long way. Doesn't mean that they'll buy anything. No, doesn't mean they'll buy anything. They may not buy anything for a month, a year, few years, but maybe one day I send something I'm offering, and they're like, hey, now I like that, and they'll buy. And that's happened, I'm sure, a gazillion times over the last 12 years for sure. Make sense? So that's why it's always is good to have a to start building an email list. I started years ago. You can still do the same thing. We didn't have all these tools that we have now. Can you imagine where we would be if we had like a TikTok and YouTube Shorts and live video and all these different things and professional looking videos from your cell phone? Oh my God, where would we be at today? So we've had a really good opportunity to see how things have evolved over the years. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool stuff. But hey guys, what time is it? I think we've been on for about an hour and a half or so. Any more questions and we'll wrap up. We'll wrap up if we don't have any more questions. And I'll hey, you guys, let me ask you guys a question for those that are still on. Was this valuable? I think I'm going to be doing. I think I'm going to be doing a little bit more of these type of formats. But I want to know, was this valuable? I might have it to where it'd be a certain time or whatever. It won't just be an impromptu. But it might be for the next whatever. I still got a lot to do, finishing out the last 4 modules inside of CMP. So sometimes I just feel like just giving value and just talking, and and that's really what, and it just gives me an opportunity to get a chance to know more people and stuff and all that, which is always good. So I might do a few more random ones. Hey, I'm going live in the next hour, or I'm going live in the next 15 minutes or whatever. But maybe eventually I might do something where it's scheduled. But just let me know if you got some value from this, and if you would definitely want to get an opportunity for me to do more of these. And it's just an open forum. Ask me anything and I'll just answer it. Doesn't mean that I know everything, because I don't, because I'm still learning stuff myself. But I've learned some things over the years with all this marketing stuff. And there's a lot of gurus. I don't consider myself like a guru or anything like that, but I'm just a guy that just made a decision and just continue to learn and continue to innovate. As things keep innovating, especially with all the technology stuff. So it's just going to get bigger and bigger and bigger. So super excited about what's been going on. Thriving says, thanks for your time and answering a lot of questions. Really appreciate it. Absolutely. We'd love to see more people in here at a scheduled time. Good to see the interaction. Absolutely. So stay tuned. I don't want to commit to it just yet. Let me. I got a lot of stuff I got to finish with CMP first. And but I was, me and my wife, we were talking about that. And I was like, well, I got a lot to finish up. I still got to make some other content for some other stuff too. But I'll definitely give some serious thought in terms of a schedule Even if it's just maybe a few times out of the week or whatever. So I'll keep everybody posted and we'll go from there. So enjoy the rest of your night, guys. Thanks for hanging out with me for the last hour and a half. Hope you got some value from it. And we'll see you on the next video. Peace, guys.